Oba ba you and I they were done the chairman say or do be 2 months. And it's also do be 2 months for 4 years and yet ebeba say ba ye be
o dai wo hana
me your hinu wa ye mienu enti me wo pro say me mbra na mbeka bi say nkrofo down ma bubu awa hanom say bia omo mbubu na omo de be ye den sia elo na me ntia say omo mbubu omo de be ye den assassin omo bubu ya den omo de assassin be ye.
Okay, so next to Mr. Takusi is the manager for Accra Zoo, Madam Kesi, right? Our manager for plantations is at the back there, Mr. Pencil. Can you give him a wave? All right. So, Mr. Obo Redu.
Hey. So he knows him to be Mr.
So we go way back from school. Yes. We were colleagues at school. But when we completed and I was doing my national service, he became my boss. And he's still my boss. So that's the Greater Accra Regional Forest Service Division's manager, Mr. Reverend Obo Redu. All right, so at this juncture, I'll hand over to him too. Hey. So we have our public relations manager for Wildlife Division, Madam Ernestina Annie. Okay, Deputy Regional Manager, Madam Winifred. All right. So.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad to see all of you into tree planting exercise this morning. With me are other dignitaries, but I will shorten it with the exception of that beautiful dark woman with a green scarf. He's a Greater Accra Regional Human Resource Manager. And then we have the Tema District Manager and his team. Also, he's also okay. Shall we see you with the assistant? Come, let them see you. So we have the FSD, which is the Forest Services Division team here, and we have the Wildlife Division also here. In fact, we are on the grounds of the wildlife. Okay, wildlife simply means all the animals and the trees and those that are in the wild. Is that okay? We have the operations manager here. He will talk about it, why we are planting trees here. It is so sad. Some of you might have heard buildings being collapsed here. We pulling it down to plant trees. And if you are not a forester, or you are not a scientist, or you are not a theologian, you will not understand why buildings should be collapsed or should be broken down for animals to live here. You will not understand. Because people keep on agitating. Why should they collapse the buildings and be planting trees? Such beautiful buildings like this one, very soon it will go. And it's very painful. You understand? Very, very, very painful. I will tell you very little about trees. And then those of the wildlife will also tell you what is here and why we have reserved this place. Because I don't know much about what is here. About the wetlands. And if the whole Ghana wetland manager is here, he will talk to you. But with me this morning, we are going to plant trees. And trees are for life. Tema, where are you? Let's see the Tema district manager and the deputy and the team. Yeah, so they are those in charge. When it comes to tree planting in the whole of Tema, which gets somewhere near Adenta, that's where the boundary is. Then Amasama will also meet them from there. That makes the Greater Accra. But it goes beyond here to Adan. That makes the Tema district. So the females are mining. It gives potential to all girls here that one day you can also become a district manager and a regional manager. Okay, good. So this morning we have to plant trees. I will show some few techniques as to how we can plant them. I'm told putting the trees by the pegs or by the hose, for you have planted them. That is not how trees are planted. We're going to plant trees by removing the polythene bag from the ball of soil without dismantling the ball of soil around the plant. Okay, so we take our time. Some of us who have done it many times can use our hands and tear at one edge of the rubber, and then we remove the rubber from the ball of soil, which I'm going to demonstrate. And then you hold it tightly and put it in a hole in a straight form. Somebody will tell you for it to be erect. So you will have to take your time and make sure all the soil with the plant goes into the hole. But it shouldn't go too deep. So if the hole is deeper, you have to cover part of the hole and make sure that we get the same size of polythene in terms of the depth. Then you put the ceiling in and cover it and affirm. You compact the soil around it. Is that okay? That means that you have planted a tree. But what we have done this morning is that we have put the tree seedlings by the hose. We have not planted them. Is that all right? Trees are for life. God made the heavens and the earth, planted the trees, provided rivers and the animals, everything before he created man, so that we can enjoy. So that we can enjoy this life with all those things in place. Right now, population increase and disobedience of current modern day Ghanaian is violating all the good things that God did, for which we have been mandated as Forestry Commission to make sure nature is reserved. Hello, are you here? So we should all be thinking like God when we are dealing with nature, because God made them all, including all of us. And God wants us to be happy in this world. That's why he created the forest first, animals, the rivers, streams, and all those that you can see in nature, so that we can live happily on earth. But we are now jeopardizing, we are destroying the environment. And when we are destroying the environment, it means that we are destroying ourselves, because it is said that when the last tree dies, the last man also will die. When we are interpreting this statement, it has a lot, it entails a lot. It means that the trees help our living. The trees protect our soils. The trees protect our rivers. The tree serves as a home for animals. The trees provide oxygen that we breathe, whilst it takes into those carbon dioxide that could harm us. It picks it up and provides us with oxygen. And for that reason, we are surviving. So when you are destroying trees, in other words, when you are destroying the nature, you are destroying yourself. And that is why buildings must be broken down to pave way for the vegetation to come back. It's very sad to see somebody invested in such a wonderful building and in 2-3 days it will be broken down. It's not easy. But if we don't do that, we are all going to be affected. The person who has built the house is enjoying alone, but all others will be affected, and we don't want it to go that way. So in Akanadage, it is said that something must be done, and that is why they have demolished all the buildings here. There were buildings all over here which was reserved for the animals around and also to sustain nature. So that is why we have to replant the area so that we can get the vegetation back in the next 5 to 10 years. Is that all right? And so we are going to do the planting. We don't have to rush to dismantle the soil. So the best thing is, when you pick it, just try to squeeze, make sure the soil becomes compact around it. Then, can somebody hold the mic for me? And then,
should I add something to that?
Yes, you can add something. After which I will do the demonstration.
Hello. So I want to use the next 2 minutes to say something small about the function of wetlands. For the last 3 weeks or 2 months, what is the main issue when you watch your television? What do you see? Whenever it rains, what do you see? Yes, be loud. What do you see? Flooding. Who wants his place of residence to be flooded? How many of us want that? So one of the major functions of wetlands is to control floods. You know, our leaders in the past were very wise. When God created the earth, He set aside some of the ecosystems or habitats to serve particular functions for humankind. And wetlands, I call the wetlands as the heart of the ecosystem. So God created the wetlands to absorb all the waters that are running around. The wetlands keep the water and discharge them slowly. For some of us, when we dig our boreholes, you get water because the wetlands keep the water and discharge them into underground, so that when you dig your borehole, you get water. The wetlands store the excess water and release some into the ocean. So the major wetlands, if we are to count them, you see that most of them are between the earth and the ocean. And these are the areas where all the waters nearby are collected. They are kept and they are released gradually so they don't cause havoc. What we are seeing now is that we are destroying all our wetlands. And because of that, nature has a special way of fighting back. When you are abusing nature, when you are molesting nature, it will not talk. It will give you some time to repent. It will give you some time so that you are able to see that what you are doing to nature is bad and you stop on your own. You know, there are some guys who are very strong. When you are bullying them, they just watch you. Please stop. Please stop. If you stretch them beyond their limits and they give you one blow, you don't wake up. That is how nature functions. When you are abusing nature, it will just keep quiet and be watching. It will just show some small signs for you to see that you are abusing it. If wetlands could speak, they will make a lot of noise because of what we are doing to it. But it has its own way to fight back. But when it is fighting back, it becomes disastrous. You can't control it. You can't do anything. So we have abused our wetlands so much so that now the wetlands are fighting back and we are crying and moving helter-skelter. We don't know what to do. You know, our leaders in the past, based on the knowledge from science, knowledge from the good book, the Bible and the Quran, we all know that God created the earth and He did a lot of things to make the earth very suitable and very good and habitable for us. So any ecosystem that you see has its function. And as I mentioned, the heart of all the ecosystem is the wetlands. When you go to the forest reserves, there are wetlands in between them. So when every place is dried, the wetland will release the water into all the nearby areas and you still see the green. So when you get closer to any wetland, you see that the place is green and there's always water there. Now, we thought we are so wise and that God doesn't know what He was doing, and He created this lagoon for us here. What is it used for? I need a place to build. So we decided to destroy the wetlands, put our buildings and other things, and it was watching us like the strong guy I was talking about. But when we decided to kick it so hard, then it decided to show us more of what it can do. What we are seeing, the flooding we are seeing, is just the beginning. If we don't act and it's continue, it will strike back, and when it strikes, the extent will be immeasurable. So as students, I want us to take home. So when you hear that people are saying, oh, it's because of birds, it's because of crabs, it's because of tortoise and turtles, that's why we are keeping this place. No,
These animals are just indicator species. When they are there, it is telling us that the place is as good as God made it. That is why internationally we have the Ramsar Convention, and there are bodies to tell us when they come and they don't see particular species of animals or plants around, then it is telling us that we are doing damage to the wetlands. So the bears and the other things that in the past we were told that they are the reason behind keeping of the place, no. They are just indicators. They are just telling us that we are doing the right thing or the wrong thing. So please, there are so many functions of the wetlands. They serve as food source, livelihood for people who are living close by. They serve as sinks for carbon dioxide, all the pollution that is going on around Tema. This wetland is supposed to take the pollutants away from us so that we don't inhale bad air. So there are so many importance of the wetlands that if we are able to maintain and keep it, God is going to bless us through them. But if we continue to attack them, the wetlands will fight back. And when they fight back, we will lose the battle. I thank you all. I want us all to be part of this exercise so that we can beat our chest and say that I contributed to the restoration of Sakumo Ramsar Site. It's painful. Things must be destroyed for the right thing to be done. But we need to save the masses instead of keeping few houses, and the effects will be so much that we cannot contain it around. I thank you very much for coming, and I want to see everybody planting at least 10 of the trees. So if we count our numbers, if you plant 10, maybe we'll go a bit higher. If we are not able to finish everything, we'll continue. If you plant 20, God is going to multiply your blessings for you. And whenever it is flooding, your house will be spared because you help in restoring the wetlands. God bless us all.
So, on the field, I'm prescribing two methods for which we can get the rubbers off the boil of soil on the plant, okay? I can decide to open from the bottom. If you open from the bottom, you use your thumb to press it down, and then you remove the polythene this way. Tearing the bottom needs a bit of patience to be able to do that. So just as I said, you first have to press the soil around the plant so that you don't destroy the boil of soil around the plant. So that's how I've been able to remove it this way. I first turn the bottom part of the polythene bag, and then with my two thumbs press the soil down and pull the rubber off so that we will plant the plant without the rubber, okay? We shouldn't plant with the rubber. The rubbers can also cause some disaster to the soil. And so that is one method. The other method, thank you. The other method is trying to remove by the side. You tear the side. I have already pressed the soil, that's why. And then you turn it this way and try to remove the soil around it, and you get it done. Is that okay? It needs a bit of patience. When you look by the side, the two lines by the left and right, take one and try to tear it on the line, and it will be easier for you than tearing any other part. Is that all right? We've brought some seedlings here. What I'm holding now, botanically, it is called Militia Tonengai. So you can keep the name scientifically. It is called Militia Tonengai. It is a shady tree. Locally, it can be used as a chewing stick. You can even cut it. I'm told they call it tachu. Very good. Me, I'm not a gunman. I just came. It is called tachu. All because it can be used as a chewing stick. It can also be used as a pistol for pounding fufu, aside of all other tree functions that you can get from here. In fact, the leaves, I know when a lady delivers a baby, it is used for abemudro, for a special soup that will help. Yes, herbalist. I can tell you a lot of medicines comes from plants, of which this is one of them. And then we have mahogany, Kaya senegalensis. Why? This is a small name and you say, What about when I tell you that we have brought in precese and it is called Tetrapura tetraptera? Why? So today we have the Kaya senegalensis here, which we all call mahogany, and we know what mahogany does. So we have these two species here. The mahogany is going to be planted 12 meters by 12 meters. It means that when you count every 3 holes, you put 1 mahogany. So what you have done, the technical people will be helping us to put the right seedlings at the right holes. But the majority will be the militia turning guy, the tachu. Is that okay? The most important is how to remove to get the boil of soil around the plant. So don't rush to dismantle the boil of soil around the plant before you plant. Fortunately for us, we've had rain, so it is easy for us to get it around the plant. So let's do well to maintain the boil of soil around it. And just as my boss said, make sure you plant at least 10. The field we have here is about 2.5 hectares. 1 hectare is equal to 2.5 acres. And so we are having about 5 acres right now. And it's going to take about 2,300 seedlings. And so if you are planting 10, you know you are only doing a bit of it. We cannot finish with your 10. So for me, each and every person is supposed to plant more than 20. And then we can get, saying, oh, you lazy pa. So let's all try to do it. Just as my boss said, once you are able to plant 1, you'll be blessed. So God bless you as we go. Any other question? If you want to ask a question before, then, officer, yes, sir. Good. After removing the question, how do you do the plastic? Yes, we have to try and fix it on the peg. Other than that, in fact, we need to collect all of them. We will take our time to collect all of them. But as an individual, just make sure you leave it on the peg so that it will not be littering around. Is that okay? Go. When you put it this way, you then have to cover with the soil around. In fact, we've been told that here we need a special treatment for these plants. We have to import in some other rich soils to help us maintain them. We're going to do that after we plant them. So let's do that for now. Some manure will have to be introduced. Other better soils will be brought in, and then we will introduce that for the survival of the plant and fast growth. So that is that. Any other question? Okay, I think it is done. Madam, we are all no, but you should come. Yes. Come, Madam. We have a national plantations director around, together with her team. Fortunately, she's also a woman. So when I'm seeing all the girls here, I see potentials in you. And she should serve as a model for you. Yes, so Madam's team, please come around. Dr. Appa, please come. Come around. Good morning, Director.
I hope everybody is well. So she is Madam Ba.
Yes.
All the team should be here so that we take the...
Mr. Kwame, Dr. Appa, please come for Madam to introduce all of you. Dr. Appa, come. Mr. Paco. So, in fact, we are bringing all these people for you to know that we are not just planting for funds. We mean business as Forestry Commission. If the whole National Director of Plantations is around, then it tells you how important this tree planting exercise is. Yes. Madam, over to you, please. Just say a word.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We thank the Almighty God for bringing us here today. Today is a very special day for us because we are coming to plant trees, and you all know how important trees are. Last year, the President launched the Tree for Life Reforestation Initiative to encourage all Ghanaians to plant trees. And then this year, the commemorative planting has been done by the Minister, the Chief Executive, and all the dignitaries. They have planted their own. So now it's left to us to also plant. This is very important because of all the difficulties we are seeing in the environment, the climate. And if you look around here, you see what is wrong. The Wildlife Department has taken a very good decision to start planting this area. So we are all here to support them to ensure that this place will be secured. The trees will help the water, the Ramsar Site, everything here will be properly managed if we take out all the buildings and then we plant trees instead. So that in 10 years' time, in 20 years' time, when you are the president and the chief executives, you come here with your family for recreation and this whole place will be very good. So let's take this seriously. And then even when you go home, you can decide to plant a tree in your house and nurture it so that it will be of benefit. You can do a fruit tree, you can do a shade tree, anything that will be of importance to you, because if you take an interest in trees, you are taking interest in life itself, and it will help all of us. Thank you very much for joining us today. I have here with me, they've done the trade. Oh, okay. So it's Mr. Kwame J.
And then Paco is not introduced.
Yes, he's the manager for investments and extension. And then Mr. Paco is our general services manager for FSD. We have Madam Grace, who is our manager, district manager in charge, in charge also with the investments and extension team. We have, you have all been introduced. You have been introduced. Okay, Dr. Appa, manager in charge of projects, and Madeline is there. Give them a wave. Yes, so we have. I see a lot of ladies. Is it a girls' school or you have some males there? They are the back there. Okay, all right. So you see, forestry is a very good option for you when you go to the university if you want to do natural resource management. In the past, it was only for men, but now we are also trying small. So you can do natural resource management so that you can take care of the environment. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, so before we go to the, so I want to introduce one special person, Madam Otimari. She's been very, very helpful to us. She's a development partner, trying to help us get people to come in and help us develop the installation.
Okay.
She's done the same as Shari.
Thank you.
So we take a picture.
Let us all the staff doing anything they want in our wetlands because they think we are just reserving it for birds.
Okay.
But they are for life saving.
Okay.
The floods in Accra and other parts of the country, if we continue to play with our wetlands, we are going to see worse flooding around us. And the Forestry Commission and the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, we want to send this warning and signal to people that we will not allow few people to destroy or to build in the wetlands, and then the impact will be felt by majority of the people. So it's better we sacrifice those few people who have erroneously built in these wetlands or Ramsar sites, and we sacrifice them for the good of the entire population. You can see for the past 1 month on our television, people are struggling. They don't know where to move. All because we are not taking good care of our Ramsar site, of our wetlands. And it should not be limited to only the Ramsar site. There are several wetlands around that we are not taking